following is a paid advertisement for Dave Dotto's Moneymaker System.
How would you like to own a business with unlimited potential and literally have this be a business in your pocket? That's right, a virtual office in your pocket just by carrying 3 simple cards with you anytime, anywhere. Sound interesting? Well, then stay with us because that's exactly what you'll discover on this edition of Direct Talk.
Today on Direct Talk, we explore the power of how great ideas can create financial freedom for you and your family, no matter what your circumstances. Thousands of others have discovered these secrets of financial success, and now you can too. Your host, Jim Caldwell.
Hello there and welcome to Direct Talk. My guest is a man who's always been able to identify and take advantage of business opportunities. And now he's identified another huge one. His virtual office would have been impossible just a few short years ago, but with the technology that's around today, it's become a reality. Here to share his business in a pocket moneymaker system, please welcome Dave Dotto. Dave, good to have you here.
Nice to be here, Jim. My pleasure.
You know, this whole thing you're calling a virtual office, what an intriguing name. What is it?
Well, a virtual office is an office where you make money, and I know everybody in America is interested in making money, but this office doesn't have any walls. It doesn't have any rent. There are no employees. We have no investment, a lot of money invested in equipment. What we do is we're our own boss. We take care of our own time. We stay home with the kids if we want, and we go to the mailbox and we pick up checks. That's what a virtual office is.
So you don't have the overhead and the furniture and all that stuff that traditionally goes along with a business.
That's right. And in fact, you go anywhere you go, you have the ability to make money. And let me show you how it works. These are my businesses right here in these 3 cards, these 3 little cards.
That's your business?
That's right. And let me show you. The first business here puts me in the telephone business. How would you like to own a telephone company? And guess what? Every time somebody picks up the phone to make a telephone call, you make a small profit. You get cash in the mail, and the check is sent to you every 2 weeks. Would you like to have a telephone company?
I'm in.
That's what this card does.
Let's do it.
Okay, now, the second business is the travel business. Now, you know, that's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And you see this card right here with my picture on it?
Yep.
This ID puts me in the travel business. Now I can take advantage of that huge business, and I can earn money on commissions on everybody that I know that travels, okay? Not only that, this card enables me to get huge discounts. I can get hotels at 50% off. I can get rental cars at 30% off. I can even travel at huge discounts almost for free. In fact, I'm going to show you today how you can travel for free and take your wife on a nice vacation in the travel business, all right? So now, so far, we got 2 checks coming in.
Yeah, what's next?
Okay, now, all right, the third check, you are not even going to believe this. This card here allows me to be, I'm a wholesaler. Can you imagine having an entire merchandise store, a huge market, except for you have all that inventory, anything, clothes, jewelry, anything that you can think of, like a huge market that you're familiar with in your area, except for one thing. You have no inventory, you have no employees, you have no overhead, and no big investment to own that store. Yet you can buy and sell the merchandise out of that store, and you can make a profit on everything everybody buys. Did you all just get that?
You're talking about being in the phone business?
That's right.
Multi-billion-dollar industry. The travel industry, multi-billion-dollar industry. Discount merchandise, the ability to buy goods and services at a very low price.
Yes.
I mean, these are 3 disparate businesses. Why have you put them together like this?
Well, the reason why is because of diversification. You see, just think about it. If I can make money every time somebody makes a phone call, every time somebody travels somewhere, and every time somebody buys something, then I get checks coming in. Jim, my idea of a business is staying at home with my kids, going to the mailbox and picking up checks out of the mailbox and depositing them in the bank. That's what I want to do for a living.
Well,
does that sound good?
Well, that's not work. That's called fun.
Well, it is fun. And shouldn't we have more fun? You know, the other day, I sat in my car, and I was going to the city, and I sat in a traffic jam for 2 hours, and I looked at the lady next door to me in the car. She was so irritated. I mean, she had her face up to the window. She was so mad. And I started thinking, what's going through her head? She may hate her job. She's sitting in that traffic for an hour and a half going to work, an hour and a half coming back. She has kids at home she's got to take care of. This lady is under stress, and you go on any freeway in America, people really don't like what they do. And so my system that I've developed, what I want to do is teach people how to be their own bosses, work when they want, work in their pajamas if they want to. In fact, wouldn't it be nice to go buy the company that you work for and fire your boss?
That's everyone's biggest fantasy. But tell me something. Now, you've talked about the phone business, travel, and discount merchandise.
Yes.
Let's get into it. I mean, phone business, how does it work? How can I make money in the phone business?
Let me show you how this works. First of all, do you use the telephone?
Of course.
Do you call long distance?
Of course.
Of course. Just about everybody in America does. Now, when you travel, do you call home? Do you call your wife when you travel?
Business, I call home. Sure, of course.
Okay, now, when you call her from a telephone booth or from an office, where do you charge that telephone call?
To my credit card phone thing.
To a phone card.
Sure.
Okay, now, your phone card that you have, what kind is it? Is it one of the major
It's one of the majors. I don't even carry the card with me because I memorized the number.
Right. Okay, now, when you make that telephone call and you hear that bong,
yeah,
you remember that?
Sure, I think, okay, good, I'm connected.
Yeah, good. Yeah, they just charge you 50 cents to 80 cents to make that connection. A lot of people don't know that. You know what you're paying per minute right now?
Not
really, but guess what? I've done research on this, and you know, most people in America do not know actually what they're paying. Now, because of that, I found a company that buys millions of minutes from major telephone companies, so the quality is crystal clear fiber optics. And they've created a company to put out these phone cards that are, this is a discounted phone card. Now, this phone card can be used anywhere in America, all the way to the Virgin Islands to Hawaii, wherever. And this is a flat 19 cents a minute, night and day, with no bong charge. Now, I know that may not mean much to you, but let me explain that. If you were to call California to New York and for a 2-minute call, using your top 3 telephone card that you have in your pocket, it would cost you 50 cents approximately to hook up, and then 25 cents a minute approximately for the time. So you would use, it would cost you, what, a dollar?
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
All right, you were on there for 2 minutes. Using this card, you only pay 19 cents a minute with no surcharges, no bong charges, so you pay 38 cents. Now, this card will literally save you 50 to 70% on all of your long-distance phone calls.
But wait a second. Okay, that's great. I can save money making my phone calls.
Right.
Is that the business in your pocket you're talking about?
Would you like to have one of these?
Sure.
Okay, here, take that. All right. Now, all you do is hand it to somebody that'll use the card, and as soon as they charge it up, you'll earn a commission.
So I take this, I load it up, you make money.
That's it. As simple as that. And so if I want to hand out a bunch of these cards, I just hand these cards out to anybody and everybody I know. Here, give one to your mother, give one to your sister, give one to your aunt. You see, my number's on the back of each one of these. You got that? Now, a computer adds up how much money that they use in their, when they charge it up, and I get a commission of 15% every time they load up that card. They don't even have to use the long distance.
So, let me make sure I understand what you're saying.
All right.
This phone card business, which is just one of 3 businesses you're talking about with your virtual office, really entails me just simply handing them out?
Giving them away.
I don't have to sell anything to them?
Yeah, and that's what I like, because I know a lot of people are afraid to sell things. You give them away. Now, Jim, think about this. I just gave you a valuable item that saves you 50 to 70% legitimately over all the major telephone companies in America. Now, that's a nice gift for somebody, isn't it? Now, in 2 weeks from that time that I give you that card, the computer's going to kick me out a check like this, and I just go to my mailbox, pick up the check, and deposit it in my bank.
Well, Dave, this sounds wild, and if you want more information on how you can order this moneymaker system, give us a call at the number you see at the bottom of your screen.
Jim, think about this. How many of these cards could you hand out in a month? Just give me a guess.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I guess if I was half serious about it, maybe 5 or 10 a day, so 200-300 cards a month.
Okay, let's cut that down and say, forget the 300. Let's say you only gave away 100. Do you think you could easily do that? Could you give 100 of these away?
That's like 3 a day? Yeah.
Okay.
I could do
Sorry.
that.
Now, you could go to your office, hand them to everybody in your office. You could give them to all of your relatives. You could distribute them in many ways. In my Moneymaker system, I train people how to distribute these cards. And you could make as much money as you want to make. Well, watch this, Jim. Watch this. If you handed out 100 of those cards, okay, in a month, All right, now how much long distance do you use in a month right now on the
Well,
average?
you know, I'm in
personally?
business. I travel a lot. I probably, on one of these cards, in terms of my credit card usage, 75 to 100 bucks.
Okay, now.
A month.
All right, 75 to 100 a month. Let's cut that in half. Let's say that you only spent $50 a month, just to lower the numbers.
Fair,
all right?
sure.
Now, some people are going to charge more than that, and others are going to charge less than that.
Sure.
All right, but there's averages there.
Yep.
Now, for you, $50 a month. Now, guess what? I get 15% commission on that $50 a month. So if you handed out 100 cards
Yep.
over the month, right? And each person put $50 on it. That's
$5,000 bucks. I'm starting to catch on here.
You got that?
Yeah.
And what's beautiful about it is every 2 weeks, whatever the usage is, however many people charge the card, I get a check every 2 weeks. It's instant cash flow. And Jim, what did I do for the money?
Well, I was just going to say, what did you do for it?
I gave you something good. But you see, technology and computers allow us to do this today. We've got supercomputers that does all the work, all the accounting for us. You see? And I don't have to have employees. I don't have to have, pay employment taxes on people. I don't have to stress myself out. And you know the beauty about this? What if I really got serious about this, Jim, and I started handing out hundreds of these cards or thousands of them? All those people that you gave these cards to the first month, not all of them are going to reload the card the second month, but a percentage of them will. And when they do, you're going to get income on the second month. So you just hand out another 100 cards the next month, and a percentage of those people will reload the cards, and so forth. So the key is for you to figure out the people that will really use the card and call long distance, and then you earn your income and it starts piling up.
Dave, you must have some incredible stories. I mean, you travel around the country, people write you letters, they call you.
Jim, I trained one guy, got him in my moneymaker system.
Sure.
And he went to an NFL football game. He sat out in the parking lot while everybody was roasting hot dogs, and he said, hey, let me give you a little gift here. He went through the parking lot and gave away hundreds of these cards. This kid gets checks in every 2 weeks, and he never has to work again after that, at that one game, and he's going to get the residuals off of that as time goes.
Now, wait a second.
Yeah.
This is only one of 3 businesses, and folks, you know, I mean, listen to what Dave is saying here. One of 3 businesses involves the phone business, multi-billion-dollar industry. Everybody calls long distance, some more than others. And if you'd like to give us a call right now for the opportunity to learn how you can get involved with the Moneymaker system, pick up the phone and dial 1-800, well, the number you see on the bottom of your screen right now. Operators are standing by, and of course, everything has a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So give us a call right now if you want to get started and want ordering information. Now you've talked a bunch about the phone card system.
Right.
I get the idea.
Okay, you got that one.
What about the travel business?
This one I love. Everybody in America right now watching this show should grab the telephone, and you better call in, because this is one of the greatest little businesses I've ever seen, and it's the travel business. Jim, do you see this ID right here?
Yeah.
This is my card. All right, now, with this business, we're going to need 2 cards, okay? Can you handle that?
Yeah.
We need a business card. This is my travel business card. I literally am a travel agent with a large agency, okay? The agency has the capability of doing, it has the operators there, it does the bookings and so forth, it answers all the phones. All I do in this business, Jim, is this has got my name on it. I hand you my business card, and I say, Jim, if you'd like to get discounted travel, and with some real nice people to give you the best deals available today on the computers, call that 800 number right there and book any of your travel. Cruises, hotels, rental cars, anything you want.
So this is a real travel agency.
That's right.
You're affiliated with it.
That's right.
You hand it to me.
Yes.
I can book my travel through them.
Yes.
Then what happens?
Well, you see a little number down there at the bottom? Do you see that little ID number?
Yeah.
What is that? That's my ID number.
Yeah.
Guess what? The operator asks me what the ID number is on that card. When you book your travel, whether it's a flight, a cruise, whatever it is, they're going to credit me with a commission. So guess what? I just got a commission on your travel when you flew in the airplane, when you went on a cruise, when you stayed in a hotel. You got that? And what do I have? No employees. I got no office, I got no overhead, I got no equipment, no computers. I don't need a computer. I really don't even need a phone. Just send me the checks. We start out in my Moneymaker system. What I do is I hook people up with the agencies. They issue you this ID card with your picture on it. And the greatest thing, though, is you ought to see the benefits. Do you know what you get with this card, Jim?
Now wait, that indicates that you're an official travel agent?
You are a real travel agent worldwide, recognized worldwide. So guess what? 50% off hotel rooms worldwide. You get 30% to 50% off all rental cars from all the agencies. You also get discounts on cruises all over the world, actually.
Can I get upgrade to first class with that?
Oh, yeah.
I always want to do that.
Yes.
I see others do that. I think I would love to be able to say, can I sit in first class, please?
You know,
That'll get me there?
the beauty of this is you book your flight through your own travel agency. You get a commission for booking it, okay? You got that? Then after you get the commission, you go, here's what you do. You get the cheapest ticket that's available on the airplane. You go a half an hour early. You go up to the desk and say, excuse me, I'm a travel agent. Could you please upgrade me to first class? And if it's available, they will upgrade you for free. They just clip your ticket 1A and you get to drink champagne.
No additional charge to me?
No additional charge. Now, Jim, let me show you this. This is fantastic. This is a fam trip book with trips all over the world, especially for travel agents. So if you become active as a travel agent, then you can work yourself up into even greater benefits. It's fantastic.
So you mean the more you become involved, the more successful you become. Like anything, you get greater and more perks.
Isn't that great?
Wow. Well, folks, you hear what Dave is saying here. There's an opportunity here to make money in the multi-billion-dollar phone business, in the multi-billion-dollar travel business. You've got an opportunity for great perks and great money-making opportunities, and all you have to do is pick up the phone right now and call the number you see at the bottom of your screen. And remember, there's a 100% satisfaction guarantee that comes along with everything here at Direct Talk, so be sure to pick up the phone right now and call. Operators are standing by. So, look, I am intrigued as heck. All of this comes out of the pocket. You're handing out things. What about this ability to buy discounted merchandise?
Okay, let me share that with you. You will not even believe this. When everybody sees this, they're going to want to buy it right now, I'll tell you. Watch this. Have you ever heard of the Closeout News?
No.
No. Well, actually, this is a secret newspaper. It's a publication that goes out only to the trade, to people that are wholesalers and closeout people. Now, in America, as you know, if there are overruns of merchandise, if a store closes down, a large chain, they take all the merchandise and it is distributed to wholesalers. They then run ads in this paper, and they all look at each other's merchandise, and they buy it from each other. So in this little business, I have access to inventory, everything you can think of.
I'm seeing everything.
Clothes, shoes, computers, electronics, jewelry.
Right here in the front, batteries, 6 cents. I mean, that sounds like a pretty low number to me.
This is below wholesale prices.
Okay.
Now, each phone number of these businesses that have these are in here. First of all, everybody's going to want to get a copy of the Closeout News, all right? Now, once we get that, in my Moneymaker system, I train people how to advertise and buy and sell the merchandise. But interestingly, I don't carry any of this inventory, you see?
Wait a second. You don't have to fill up your garage?
I don't have to fill up my garage, no. In fact, with this little card, this puts me in the wholesale business, my third little card. All right, now this is my ID. I'm a wholesaler now. I literally could run an ad in a classified ad in a throwaway newspaper. If I was starting with hardly any money, I could run an ad in a throwaway newspaper for anything in here, like computers, software, anything, VCRs, tapes, whatever it happens to be. If the person called me, they say, hey, I'd like to order some of those tools.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, how many would you like? And they say, I'd like 5 of them. And are they good? And we say, oh, yes, they're top quality. And they say, okay, well, how much are they? And you tell them whatever you're advertising. They say, I'll take them. You say, fine. Then we call the manufacturer in here and say, excuse me, could you send 5 of these tools over to so-and-so and have it shipped, drop shipped directly to them, and they get the merchandise directly from the manufacturer. Now, we just shipped an item and made a profit on that item. We bought it low and sold it a little higher, still gave them a great deal because we get it below wholesale prices, right? We just made a profit, and we didn't carry any inventory.
Well, wait a second. In these kind of situations, don't you have to buy hundreds, if not thousands, of pieces of these things to get the low price?
Absolutely not. They will, every manufacturer or whoever's carrying this will tell you how many items you have. Some of them you have to buy more than one. That's true. But others, they'll tell you up front you can buy one at a time. Jim, I got some of these fantastic bargains that we ordered out of the Closeout News. I'd like to show some of them to you.
They're probably in the monitor right now. Let's take a look at what you have in mind here.
All right. First of all, the first thing we have, Jim, is a Bell South answering machine. Now, the list price on this answering machine, this is a beautiful name brand machine. is $99. Our price out of the closeout news is $17.90.
Wow, that's like 18 cents on the dollar.
18 cents on the dollar. Look at this Conair flip phone. It's a beautiful, brand new. It lists for $169. Our price is $29.90. Is that a good deal or what?
Again, that's less than 20% of the list price.
That's right. This is new merchandise, okay? Look at this. A COS portable CD player. The list price is $169. Our price, $44. Now, here's the key, Jim. We can take these items, run ads. We can run ads in the internet. I teach people in the money-making system how to advertise in various places, even if they have little or no money to begin with, and resell these items. These are easy. You could literally go to stores and sell them these items and make a profit. That's the key to this. Now, look at this. Matsui 35mm camera kit. It's got all the stuff with it. It lists for $295.
Oh.
Our price, $44.
You're kidding.
Another deal.
That is, again, less like 15, 16 cents on the dollar.
All right. Now, how about this? And this is my kids. Every kid in America's got one of these. An NFL Raiders backpack. All right. I don't know if you have any kids. I've got a son who's got one of these. The list price is $22. Our price, $6.90. It's brand new. It's NFL approved. These are the kind of things that you can get in the closeout news. Just a few. There are thousands of items in here. This is just an example. Let me show you this. Here's an interesting,
oh,
kind
you've
of a
got
funny
something
one.
up your sleeve. What do you
Yeah,
got?
how about this? You know, here's a Marlins cap. This is a Major League Baseball cap, brand new. What would you pay for this? Have you ever bought one?
Well, caps, I mean,
Yeah.
they run the gamut. You can spend, I don't know, $8, $10, $12, $15, you know, $20, depends.
Yeah, that's right. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think you could sell this for $4?
$4? Sell
Yeah.
it for $4?
Yeah. Could you sell it for $4?
To the consumer?
Yeah.
Sure, of course.
All right, where would we sell it? Could we go to a swap meet, a flea market? We could go to stores, anywhere where there's people. We could run an ad in the internet and reach the whole world. Guess what? At $4, Jim, if you gave me $4 for that, I'd make 100% profit because my price in the closeout news is $2. All right?
You're doubling your money.
You're doubling your money on a little item like that. So if you have a lot of money, I mean, this is one of the greatest little businesses. You can start small, you can grow it. You don't have to have a little or no capital to start it. And if you have capital, you can get into it big time and actually trade merchandise around the world.
This sounds like this can turn into an incredibly successful business, but I got a question for you. Why would you bundle a phone business with the travel business with this discount merchandise? Why those three particular businesses again?
Because we all use all these things. Everybody makes phone calls. We all use the phone. Just about everybody travels. It's a billion-dollar industry, and everybody wants to buy merchandise. It's a big industry. And I learned a long time ago to stay in industries that are moving fast, that are making a lot of money. We just have inside information. In my Moneymaker system, I show people how to get, we'll give you a copy of the closeout news. We'll show you how to market. You can start your business. What's great is you can run all three of these at the same time. And Jim, what I like is we're getting checks in from our phone every 2 weeks. We're getting checks in from the travel anytime somebody travels, and we're getting checks every time we buy and sell merchandise. Now, that's called diversification. And I don't care who you are in America, you have to diversify your income today and get more than your paycheck coming in every week.
So give me an idea of the type of person that could have success with your business in a pocket.
Well, Jim, literally everybody. If you're a soccer mom, if you're a business executive, if you want to work for yourself, if you're a young couple, if you're older, if you're young, literally everybody can make money with this.
You know, Dave, the way you've put this whole business together, is it available anywhere else?
Nowhere else, Jim. Only here on Direct Talk.
I don't know about you, but I'm kind of floored because you're describing such three interesting businesses, multi-billion-dollar opportunities. You can make money. You're really talking about a virtual opportunity. Put a few cards in your pocket and you're in business. Give us a call right now at the number you see in the bottom of your screen. If you'd like to take advantage of the Moneymaker system from Dave Del Dotto, real money, real opportunity, and of course it all comes back with a 100% satisfaction guarantee here at Direct Talk. So call the number you see at the bottom of your screen right now if you have an interest. Now, if a person just wants to do this part-time,
yes.
I mean, I can see where you could really go nuts and turn this into a full-time business. But what about people that already have a full-time job? Can they do this part-time?
Well, let me ask you this. I carry these cards with me right now. I carry a few extra phone cards with me when I get on an airplane. And every stewardess on the airplane makes long-distance calls. I give them as gifts to people sitting around me. I say, would you like to save 50 to 70% on your phone bill? See, I do these businesses. I give these things away. I think it's fun.
Give me
now,
that.
I have other businesses, right? Now, couldn't you do that? Little extra income. It's residual money that comes in every couple weeks. Doesn't matter if they're big checks or little checks. They're checks.
Hey.
Everybody wants a check.
Well, you just said a magic word there. So few, such a small percentage of anybody, any population in the world can experience the magic of residual income, that whole thing
That's
of
right.
passive income,
That's
automatic income, where you've done your work, what little work this is, and there's money coming in your mailbox, and you're kind of not necessarily doing anything at that moment in time.
It's fun. These are fun things, but they're just little extra ways to make money. Jim, a lady called me, an elderly lady called me up, and she was on retirement, and she wanted to make a little extra money to supplement her retirement, and she called me in the office. She said, Dave, how many of these phone cards can I get? And I said, well, you can get as many as you want. And she says, well, can we put the logo of somebody's logo, a corporation on it? And I said, of course you can. And she says, well, I made a telephone call to a radio station. They'd like to order some cars. I said, how many? She says, well, they want 80,000.
80,000?
80,000. I said, 80,000? And she says, yeah, how can I get them? Well, that was a little shocking. So, you know, you never know what you're going to run into. See, the radio station can give these away over the air, put their logo on it, write it off their taxes, because they're advertising their business. I had another lady with two little daughters came and talked to me, and she said, Dave, I really like this opportunity because I can make a little extra money. And I asked her, I said, what are you going to do with the money, the extra money? She was only looking to make a couple $100 every few weeks. And she says, Dave, would you believe my husband works in the military. I go from paycheck to paycheck. We don't have hardly any money left over, and my daughters love to go to the movies. We don't have enough money to do that. And she said, the first check I get, I'm going to take my daughters to the movies, to the matinee. And I thought to myself, what a great opportunity, even for her to be able to do that. That makes this business wonderful.
Well, Dave, thank you so much for being on the show.
Nice to be here.
Fabulous concept, a business in your pocket. Folks, remember this, alone, each one of his businesses has sold for more than what Dave is asking for his entire system. And through a special arrangement with Dave, we can offer you his Moneymaker system at a substantial savings. So, if you're interested in more information about ordering the Dave Del Dotto Moneymaker system and would like to have a business in your pocket, then call the toll-free number you see on your screen. Until next time, I'm Jim Caldwell, wishing you great success, and I hope to see you on our next edition of Direct Talk.
To order online, dial choicemall.com. To the most exciting site on the internet, America's Choice Mall.
Do you have a product that could be sold on television? Call the direct marketing professionals from Guthrie Ranker at 1-800-932-8515. Let us be your connection to television shopping.
The preceding has been a paid advertisement for Dave Del Dotto's Moneymaker system.
In America, you are not required to offer food to the hungry or shelter to the homeless. There is no ordinance forcing you to visit the lonely. In fact, nowhere in the Constitution does it say you have to provide anything for anybody. Thank you for all you've given. Imagine what more could do.
A young child's mind is like gelatin. The idea is to put in lots of good things before it sets. A child's mind can take in more during the preschool years than at any other time. What better reason to donate a little of your own?